Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 1000, 4000, 7028. Wait, did he just randomly make up a number? Yes, that's... I think it's 1406 is what it is. It's Mike Matthews broadcasting from Cafe Anyway, located somewhere in Podcast-Cavalcades, 1406.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
I think after all these months of getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, it's finally getting to me because...
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Let's just say I slept through several alarms, but hey, I'm here bringing you the kind of show that would appear to be somewhat news-related. But today's is not, because I'm going to talk to you about something that's hot, and that is dentists.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Dentists are hot. Well, the one that I went to yesterday, it was
Mike's
fascinating.
Daily
What?
Podcast.
Oh, we do got some interesting news.
Yeah!
Mike Matthews here at Cafe Anyway, located somewhere in Podcast-Cavalcades, the last place on earth. Today, we will get to the news segment called What Der Heck? What's going on? What is this place anyway? Something to that effect is the name of this segment. I enjoyed... Oh, there's several people walking in at this time. It's like a crowd. It's like a cavalcade, a caval something. Cavalier? Look who's here.
Hello, Mike Matthews. It's Shelley Schuhart, gift shop supervisor. I want to get married someday.
You do?
Yeah, I want to have like a wedding, and I want to have all my friends there.
That would be cool. I hope that happens for you. Look who else is here. Oh, Mike, this is Floyd the Floorman. And this is John Deere, the engineer. Mike, I hear you've got some great news stories coming up. Mm-hmm. Was that sarcastic? Are you saying something sarcastically? Yeah, kind of. All right. Well, yeah, there's going to be some news stories, but I hope you're going to find... I have two fascinating news stories I'm going to get to is what's going to happen. But yeah, the dentist I went to yesterday was unbelievably pretty.
And here's today's podcast picture.
But I find I always get attracted to women that are in some way helping me in the health world. I get crushes on doctors and news anchors. We talked about that last show. And so that's how I am. And the podcast picture has to do with that today. It has nothing to do with that today. It has to do with my wonderful dog, Basil the Boxer. And Greg, who listens to the show, I don't know, maybe not. He said to me, you need to put Basil the Boxer in the show more. So there he is again. And this was over in Foster City. It's something point, short. I think it's called something like Harbor Bay Seal Point is what it is. I think it's right there in Foster City on the peninsula side, looking towards the east. Basil the Boxer had a wonderful day. But I just tell you, yesterday we saw deer twice. Basil and I, as we went for a late walk. It was so hot yesterday, I had to wait till it was cooler to walk him in Podcaster Valley. And we saw the deer twice. And both times I saw the deer before he did, which was a good thing because usually he takes off after him. And that's the end of my interesting story. Oh, that, and I don't understand why dog owners, I know I've started many a sentence with this. There are some dog owners that get all mad at their dogs for barking at other dogs. And they go, oh my gosh, you're going to be in trouble. I heard a lady say that. She was sitting outside and her dog was inside. First, the dog wants to be with the master all the time. That's how it is. And then I'm walking by with Basil the Boxer. And her dog starts to bark, and she goes, "Oh, I'm going in there. You're in trouble now." And I'm thinking, no, that's what dogs do. They defend you. They bark when there's something odd, when they hear another dog walking down the street. I don't know, you could be in trouble. I'm going to bark. So that's my segment, The Word of Dog.
The Word of Dog.
Now, if a dog is barking uncontrollably in the backyard all the time, there could be issues involved. You may not be walking your dog enough. Your dog is just got way too much energy. There's actually a whole thing on the local website for noisy dogs and suggestions to owners about what to do for your dog, like what might be missing in your dog's life. That's what's causing it. Okay, let's get to the segment.
I can't believe. What the hell is this place anyway?
By the way, if you want to help out the show, you can go to the Amazon link through MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com and buy whatever it is you're going to buy on Amazon. And that helps us out tremendously. MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com, just look for that Amazon icon. And then also there's the PayPal if you'd like to help us out that way. And that's a legitimate way of sending money, unlike Bitcoin, which I don't quite understand because I'm old. But Reuters said this interesting story. Bitcoin's underlying software code was split yesterday, generating a new clone called Bitcoin Cash, but the new virtual currency got off to a slow start due to lackluster support for its network. The initiative was headed by a small group of mostly China-based Bitcoin miners. Now, what's a miner? And you know what? When you hear a lot of talk about Bitcoin, like I listen to the Economist podcast, I don't understand what the hell anyone's talking about because they'll throw out jargon and not explain any of it, or they explain it super fast and you didn't even hear what they said. A Bitcoin miner. A miner 49er? No, a Bitcoin miner is programmers who essentially operate the Bitcoin network. So they are the master controllers. They pull the strings behind the scenes. So they call them Bitcoin miners. Lame. They were not happy with the scheduled improvements to the currency's technology meant to increase its capacity to process transactions. These miners who get paid in the currency for contributing computing power to the Bitcoin network initiated what is known as a fork on Tuesday, where the underlying blockchain splits into two potential paths, creating new digital currency. The blockchain is a shared online ledger of all Bitcoin transactions and has spawned a range of financial and business applications. Yes, most of that went over my head too. Bitcoin Split has created a new competitor to the original digital currency, which remains the oldest and most valuable in circulation. This digital currency. Yet only a small fraction of Bitcoin miners have been contributing their computing powers to the new blockchain, and it took nearly 6 hours for the first batch of Bitcoin Cash coins to be mined this afternoon. Yesterday, actually, is when that happened. Yeah, I heard the transactions are really slow for Bitcoin. Oh well. And then one other digital interesting piece of news is that Facebook shut down a pair of its artificial intelligence robots after they invented their own creepy language. Researchers at Facebook Artificial Intelligence Research built a chatbot earlier this year that was meant to learn how to negotiate by mimicking human trading and bartering. And they taught it the art of the deal, and it started saying things like, "Oh, why isn't this..."
I'm really rich.
Gosh. That went so smoothly. So, yeah, that's what...
He's a showboat. He's a grandstander.
That artificial intelligence. The social network paired two of the programs nicknamed Alice and Bob to trade against each other. They started to learn their own bizarre form of communication. The chatbot conversation led to divergence from human language as the agents developed their own language for negotiating. The two bots were supposed to be learning to trade balls, hats, and books, assigning value to the objects, then bartering them between each other. But since Facebook's team assigned no reward for conducting the trades in English, the chatbots quickly developed their own terms for deals. Let's go outside a cafe anyway. We're bringing Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcaster Valley. That's crazy, Facebook. You're doing things that are rather kooky. Next show, it's going to be Benita, the disgruntled fiddle player, and the brewmaster. I promise to get here a little bit earlier and not be so kooky and creepy talking about female dentists. But she was rather pretty. And we both are products of the UC system. So we had that connection. Yeah. Enjoy your day. It'll be wonderful.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. Email Mike now at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!